Okay, welcome back to Nuts for Guts. We are still working on a shop menu. Okay? Why did I decide I need to put a shop inside a platformer game? Especially as a simple entry game series? I really don't know. I think this thing is just spiraling out of control. So, this is going to be our last video for a short period of time until I decide how I want to continue with this. Unfortunately, for this game project, I made a very big beginner mistake of not starting with a proper plan and not writing out what I wanted to do. So go figure. The teacher here has made a very, very amateur mistake. So, doing everything by the seat of your pants isn't always the best way to go. So we're going to finish up this video by making the shop items function. So at least we'll have a functioning shop menu for people to go back on and look at and all that fun stuff. But then I'm going to take a bit of a breather and write out a document or a plan or idea of what I actually want this game to be. And from there, we will either continue and redirect the project and redirect the video series, or we may actually end up starting fresh. So, now that I've got that disclaimer out of the way, let's build us a menu thing. So, last time we did these two widgets, we are going to go into our shop item. And in our shop item, we started with a button. Okay, so great, buttons, cool. With our button, we are going to do an onPressed event. Okay. OnPressed, on the button, we are going to get item name. Or actually, no, first we are going to get currency name. Okay. And since we only have 2 currencies in our game currently, we're just going to use a simple branch on this. Okay. If we had more currencies, we could do a little bit more logic to it, but we're going to do just a simple branch. We're going to get this, we're going to do equals text. And we are going to check if it equals, and we're going to make literal text. Is it equal to gears? Okay? And in this case, whatever we're checking for the currency name, we have to make sure that we're typing it perfectly right here. Okay? I'm going to straighten up our connection, and then we're going to come off and we're going to do a branch. Okay, and there we go. So, if currency equals gears is true, then we're buying things with gears. If it is false, we're going to be buying things with oil, because those are the only 2 stats we have. So if true, we are going to cast to player character. Okay. And we are going to need another variable here. We are going to need a variable player target. Or just player, either or works. And we're going to make that an actor variable. Actor. There we go. So compile, save. We're going to ignore that error for right now and just minimize this window. We're going to go over to our NPC class shop. And in here, we are going to get one more thing, or set one more thing. We are going to set player target. And our player target is going to be grabbed all the way back here from our other actor. There we go. Now back at our shop items, we now have player target, which we should be able to rely on. We are going to get player target. And we don't need to check is valid, because this is only going to be built if we had a valid player to begin with. So we are going to copy that, Control-C, Control-V, and do it exact same down below. We are now going to get cost, or get variable cost, okay? And set it right here. And we could have pulled it from here as well, but either or works. We are then going to pull from here and get gears, okay? Because remember, we checked, is the currency gears? Yes. Is the currency gears? No. So on the bottom side, we are going to get oil. These two lines are going to be very similar, so we're going to be building them at the same time. Okay. We are going to check this is greater than or equal. And this is greater than or equal. And we're checking both of those against cost. Hence why I just put the one cost variable out there. And there we go. And then we are going to then go set, pull off here, set gears, and off here, set oil, and we can't go directly there because we have this boolean we're checking, so we're going to do a branch. 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 There we go. So if we have enough of whatever we're looking for to facilitate the purchase, we are then going to do all that. And then we are going to set them to their current values minus, so float minus float. We'll copy that, we'll paste that, pull off, and then we're going to minus the cost from it. Just like that. So there we go. So we've updated our value, so we've purchased. And then now we want to bring both of these down to another branch. Okay. And just like we did over here, we're going to copy this. So Control-C, Control-V. And instead of currency name, we're going to right-click and replace with item name. And does the item name equal gears? Okay, so we check, do we have enough of whatever currency to buy it? Yay, nay. If no, it doesn't do anything. If yes, it deducts that value. Then, if yes, and it's deducted the value, we then have to give the player whatever they bought. So, if item name equals gears, we're going to give them gears. And if not, we're going to give them oil. Okay? And then we are going to copy this. So Control-C, Control-V. and plug that in like so. Move it down a little nicer. And we're going to replace variable cost with variable value. We are not going to do the check because the check is unneeded. Ooh, we are, however, so we'll just get rid of that check, get rid of that branch, and get rid of the minuses. So we're just going to go that plus, so float plus float, that plus float plus float. We will straighten the connection, straighten the connection. And set our new value. Okay. So when we press our button, we're going to do all of this that we just talked through. And that is check whether the currency name is gears. If it is gears, we're going to check the player, how many gears they have, if it is more than the cost or equal to the cost. And then if they have enough, we are going to minus the cost from their gear stockpile. Same with oil. Then we're going to check, okay, were they buying gears? If they were buying gears, we are going to add the value of gears to their current number and then update their gear stockpile. If it was not gears, we're going to assume it's oil and then do the same thing with oil. Okay, so that should work. Let's play. Oh, there is something that's not going to work there. So now we are going to go over. So we've got this, we've saved it. We are going to go over to our widgets. No, first we're going to go to our class shop. The class shop we have when we enter the shop. We also need our box when we leave the shop. So on component end overlap, we are just going to reset the do once. That's all we're going to do there. Okay, so just take the end overlap into the reset of our do once node. And that do once node is just there so we are not making duplicate viewports. Okay. And then let's go to our widgets, shop widget. Going to go to graph. So we're going to go on event construct, which is already there for us. We're just going to pull off. We're going to set input mode. And we're going to set that to UI only. Okay. We are going to get a reference to self for the widget and plug that in right there. And get player controller to go into the target. Okay, let's actually move that down and move that down there. Okay. There we go. Compile, save. We also need to show cursor. Oh, come on. There we go. Show mouse cursor. So set show mouse cursor. Get player controller and click to yes. Okay. We're now going to go back to our design page. We're going to move our vertical box up just a tad. And then we're going to add a button down here at the bottom of our page. We are going to add text to that button. And in the text, we are going to put in done shopping. Okay. We are then going to, in our button, hit size to content. And just drag it somewhere nice looking. Whether we want to center that or put it off to the side, completely up to yourself. Okay. We're now going to go back to our graph. And with that button, we're going to scroll down here and we're going to do an on pressed. On pressed, we are going to copy all this. Control C, Control V. And we are going to replace the game mode UI only. We're going to, or input mode, sorry. We're going to set input mode to game only this time. Target being player controller. We'll straighten off that connection. And then we'll set show mouse cursor, straighten again, to off. Okay? So that will hide our mouse cursor. We are then going to not destroy, I believe it's remove widget. Or is it destroy? Widget, no, clear widget. I think it might just be the remove widget from parent. In this case, the parent would be the viewport, and then we are going to get, not get, we're going to type in self. Arg. Self. Get reference to self. There we go. So it will remove itself from the viewport. Or at least it should. That's how I think this will work. So let's compile, save, and play our game. So, if we come over, wait for our platform to go. Yeah, whatever I end up doing with this project, this map has to change. We come over here. Whoa! And hey, look, we can hit done shopping, and it removes us. We can get in the game again. And then 5 oils for 1 gear, 15 oils for 2 gears. If we click these, we should now see, so 15 oil for 2 gears. Look at that. It adds stuff. 5 oils for 1 gear. We should go to 47 gears and 105 oils. There we go. And look at that. And we can hit done shopping. Okay. So that is that. We might want to figure out something to stop the player input. So remove, no, not remove, but there's something about player input somewhere. But right now, I'm just really not feeling these videos. And like I said, I don't know what the future of these videos will be. So this has been the creating of the buttons and all that good stuff. So what we've done is, in our shop item, we have set it up so we query the variables that have been set. We say, okay, is the currency gears? If the currency is gears, we check the player, see how many gears they have, see if they have enough to cover the cost of whatever they're buying, and then if they do, deduct that amount of gears. If it is not gears, we check oil, because we're just assuming it's one of our 2 items. Okay. Then, once we have deducted a cost, we then go to check, okay, is the item we're purchasing named gears? If it is named gears, then we go to the player, get their number of gears, and add the new value. If it is not gears, we assume it is oil, and we get the player's oil and add the new value of oil. Okay, so that has been that. little shop window with populating items and an inventory for the shopkeeper. Again, why I put this in a platformer game, I don't know. I will come back and continue this series or restart it as soon as I've got my head straight with what exactly I want to continue doing with it. So we'll see you then. It may be a little longer hiatus before I'm back and making these video tutorials, but thank you so much for watching. If you have thoughts, questions, need help, or have a complaint or a consideration, opinion, what I should do with the video, please let me know in the comments. It would be very helpful at this point in time. And yeah, we'll continue forward once we get a little bit of viewer input and I figure out what I want to do. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time, whenever that may be.